Looks about center. Nope, not really.
Yeah, I'm so fresh like the morning. Mouth wide open like they yawning. Every time they see me, they in G-Shock. Homie, this is too far. Homie, I feel too...
I am beginning part 2 of this series, and if you are about to tackle the control arm on any old Subaru in the Rust Belt, I highly recommend you watch part 1. It may dictate what you do or don't do. Time marker, it says right there. You can fast forward and just look at the best practices. So the technique I'm going to use to remove this is similar to how one would use the big C-clamp to remove a ball joint. So what I have here is a cup from a Acura, a specialized ball joint remover cup that has part of it cut out. And that's cut out so it fits that particular Acura model. But the reason I'm going to use this is so that I can see inside as I'm trying to extract this, and I can see if the shaft is spinning or whatnot. So basically, I'm just putting it right over the existing ball joint, and I'm going to use the threads at the end of the ball joint as my ratcheting device to help pull out the ball joint as I tighten that bolt.
That is that. I just got a washer on there. I'm just using the nut from the other control arm bolt. That was actually super easy, if you recall that. So I'll let you get a closer look at the setup. In there, right there, is the swivel part of the ball joint, and here's the end of the screw. And I'm just going to start to crank on this and see if I can get this to pull out at all. So keep an eye right on that ridge. That's the bottom of the ball joint.
All right. Oh, I see it moving. Oh my gosh, this looks like it's working.
I'm gonna try to sit off. Let's hit something.
Yay! Woo! It worked. What was happening? I got to the end, looks like the end of the threads, and that's why this started to turn the shaft. So, if you are using this technique, be cognizant you only got a little bit of thread. So if it starts to work for you and it pulls out, keep adding washers to take up that space. If you're wondering exactly what that kit was that I was using, this is it. OTC Honda Acura ball joint adapter kit for Honda and the Acura. It's actually pretty cool. It covers most. So that's what I was using, and that's where I got these kind of oddly shaped cups from. This is the pinch bolt, and here's what's left of the bolt. And as you can see, it goes right there. That's where it broke, right in the middle. So this entire threaded part of the bolt is stuck in there. So this is my plan. There's enough of the bolt sticking out that I am going to clean it up and try the weld a nut to it technique. Nope. Instantly off. I will keep at it. Damn. See, I'm not even really getting that far down. All right, none of it is working. Whatever I weld keeps falling off, so I'm no other option but drilling this out and all the way through. That is going to snap some drill bits. Okay, let's do it. Looks about center. Nope, not really. I'm gonna say close enough. This is flexing a little bit. The old 1/8 inch. Well, I finally did it. I broke drill bits. I broke it off in there. I don't know what's going on when it gets down to about there. It just was binding up. I'm not sure what was going on, but I'm just trying now to drill through the drill bit. And I've turned this upside down, and now I'm gonna try to drill through the, I guess what would be the bottom side or the other side of it. This is where the bolt shoulder would go. Oh, that was nice.
The spin. Okay, 30 seconds.
What am I? So I'm not sure why, but my hand drill seems to be working much better and getting me a good drill through. So I'm just going to keep at it using the hand drill.
Infamous 1/4 inch. I'm gonna have to retap this, I'm sure.
All I'm doing is trying to hammer my screwdriver right at the tip in between the threaded area and the bolt, hoping to kind of collapse it in.
Let's see if there's more. Oh my God. Man, this is
Solid.
oh my God.
3/16. Gonna be too big, but I'm tired of it.
Ooh, all right, let's reverse. Let's try this again.
I think I got it out.
What I'm going to do next is figure out what size bolt that was and see if I can tap this and just get another bolt.
All right, here's the plan so far. Fortunately, the new control arm comes with a new pinch bolt, so this is great. So I was able to get the measurements of this. So this is a 10 1.25 metric bolt. I'm gonna drill out.
All right, holy cow.
10 1.25.
So this is extremely tight as I'm going down, which is no shocker, but I'm very worried about snapping this off in here as well. So I am just very slowly working at it back and forth. If I snap this, I think I toss in the towel and just get a new, I have to get a new hub, a new bearing, a new wheel sensor, but better than throwing away the car. Hear that? I don't like it. It tells me something's binding.
This thing is squeaking up a storm every time I turn, no matter oil or not. So I think whatever was gumming up the drill bits down there, I think that's what I'm hitting now. Just don't F it up, Joe. Throw this out. I'm going to get a thread chaser, just a thread chaser. Whatever this thing, I'm sure I got it off of Amazon or something. Nice, I'm just gonna run this through. So here's the situation. What's happening is I did not drill and thread straight. So as I put a long bolt in from the other side, it's threaded, but when you get about halfway in, it's very hard to turn. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's not straight. So I think I might have to just get an entirely new knuckle. One option would be to just get a smaller but longer bolt and run it through with a nut at the other end and just pinch in that pinch connection. But I don't know. I don't want to try it would have to be a smaller bolt, and I don't want to try that. So I'm going to try one more thing before I throw in the towel and buy all new parts. I'm going to drill again from this side down and hope that it'll be straighter, and then maybe I can retap. Probably will do nothing, but I'm going to throw it all away anyway, so might as well try. It's kind of working. So I turned this upside down, if you can't tell, and I started threading. I looked through it from the top down, and it looked, I'll be honest, it looked pretty true when you stare down it. So I drilled the 11/30 seconds from the top down, and it went through fine. And, I was scraping the old threads off, but when I started to retap this, it went in, it's a lot of resistance, so I could feel it's really digging in. It's threading, but I wasn't getting that super squeaky, something wasn't aligned noise. So I'm gonna back this out and put another long bolt in there and see how it does. This might actually work. I think this is actually working. So I retapped from the top and screwed in this bolt and kind of cleaned out the threads, and there's decent like resistance when you screw it in. It feels like it's screwing in. The threads do not feel worn or loose or anything. So as long as I can torque this down to the correct spec, I'm very confident the bolt will stay in. Plus, the shape of the ball joint is such that when that pinch bolt is in, it also prevents the ball joint from popping out. In addition to it pinching, it stops it from going down. So once that bolt is in and torqued, I am very, very confident it's going to work just fine. I'm shocked this is coming together at the last ditch thing I tried appears to save me the time and money of buying an entire new knuckle hub and all those other parts. I've cleaned that out, dry fitted the new control arm. It's all fits good. The only thing left to do now is just basically reinstall it. I cleaned up, this is a cam bolt, just by the way. So you will need a new alignment now that I took the cams off. Basically, all I gotta do is get a new bolt, have to go to the dealer. I will see you back when it's together, unless there is some interesting lesson to be learned.
Yeah, I'm so fresh like the morning. Mouth wide open like they yawning. Every time they see me, they in G-Shock. Homie, this is...
This shoulder needs to be perfectly straight so that this bolt can fit, through this and through that shoulder and up top. It's all got to be aligned. To do that, I had to disconnect all these other bolts, let it move free so I could get that one lined up. And when you push this bolt through, if it goes all the way in as far as you can push it, you will not be able to get the bolt on, which is fine. I just nudged it down with a little crowbar.
I feel too alive. You can see me like Illuminati. You can see me like Illuminati. But I'm shining so bright, so bright. Don't come and try to shed some of this light, no. Give me a beat and I control it like a maestro. Ladies on a mission, they be trying to get me wiped up. Shawty, wait a minute, can't tell if I like ya. Gotta make sure you know how to shake it like a bartender. Team with me and they all winners. And you know we ballin' all winter, all summer. Jewelry around my neck is lightning, but I'm all thunder. Keep coming with it. Keep coming with it. Keep coming with it. Place your bets on us. Get your money and flip it.
Time for the final thoughts now that this is put back together. So if you're going to replace this entire control arm on any type of old Subaru that has this style control arm, what you're going to have to do, you got to just get to that bolt and chop it off. Take note on this new one, you can see on the very bottom of that bushing, part of the subframe is that little shoulder, that little lip. Hopefully you can see it. So don't cut that off when you're doing it. And up top, if you have a hacksaw or Zawzaw, go from the, underneath this part of the subframe. You can cut right through that plastic or rubber bushing, and then there'll be metal bushing underneath, but just keep at it. And if you can get a cutting wheel, that will go way quicker than a Zawzaw. So that's just got to come out. You can play around if you want, but as far as I'm concerned, you got to chop it off. And here is the Subaru part number for that bolt, and it was surprisingly cheap. It was only like under $6 with tax, so that was great. The next big challenge is this ball joint. The two things, this pinch bolt right here is going to be seized in there. That's just the way it is. And then getting the ball joint out of the knuckle is a whole nother problem. So this would be my idea. If you need to change a control arm and the ball joint is fine, if the ball joint is good, when you get your new control arm, just remove the ball joint and leave the original ball joint in the knuckle. This will save you about a day and a half of work, and just reuse the old ball joint if you think it's good. So for this pinch bolt right there, if you have to take the ball joint out and that's the road you're going down, I think you have two choices. One, you have to just got to remove this pinch bolt while it's, in place. I don't think you can do it without massively heating up that portion of the pinch and the knuckle, and you have to watch out for the plastic here. So, and definitely do not use a impact. You will, as you saw,
earlier, you will just shear off that bolt. Impact will just twist it off. So if I had to do this again, I would probably have spent more time with my oxy torch. I do not have acetylene. And protect this, just heat the crap out of that and work this by hand back there, kind of like Eric O, which I'll put in the video link below, or I'll put it in a card up there if I can figure it out. But he was able to do it, but that's Eric O. So the other option would be, before you shear that bolt, is just remove the whole knuckle like I had to do, and on a vise, or with more room, you could try heating the poop out of that again and trying to release it. And if you do have to drill, I had much better luck with just a handheld drill. Much easier and quicker, able to drill out that bolt, and then I had to retap it. There's Ivan from Pine Hollow did that same thing. I will also put that link down below, or a card up there if I can figure out how to do it, because he had the same issue and he was able to drill it out much nicer. This bolt here, easy peasy, and your sway bar links, if you gotta cut them, just cut them off. That's normal. So that is what I learned while removing this and replacing this control arm. So good luck if you're doing it for yours, and prepare with the right tools and a brand new bolt. Just go get one. Just do it.
This light, no. Give me a beat and I control it like a maestro.